What the brap is up, fellow brapsters? Cody with Two Wheels and a Tent, and I'm here with Tim from FTA Adventures.
What's up, guys? Great to be here.
I'm really excited today. We're out doing some motorcycle camping, and Tim has a book that just came out, The Fundamentals of Motorcycle Camping. I am totally excited to be here with Tim.
No, we've been having a great trip, riding around doing some motorcycle camping. I am totally stoked, though, that this book is finally a finished product and is out there and available for people to purchase.
So I was curious kind of how this came to be.
Yeah, so I've had all this information in my head, and I've been kind of honing this craft of motorcycle camping over time, and just built up all of this information that I just couldn't get out in video form. And I wanted something that was all-encompassing, would take somebody from square one to being a pro motorcycle camper, in whatever form that looks like for them personally. So it's not biased, it's not specific to my type of camping, but just a general overview that will apply to anybody. I would write a chapter about sleeping bags, and then I would put that aside and I'd write a chapter on, hammocks or tents or whatever, and just slowly sort of putting it all together. And it's a long process to get a book finished like this, because there's copy editors, structural editors. I was working with an illustrator, Amanda Zitto, who did an excellent job with the illustrations.
Hi, Amanda.
And a whole bunch of other people just kind of working on this project with me. Definitely, all these people that came together and helped me get this book together. It is way better than anything I could have done on my own. So I'm very happy with it.
It's really awesome. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Say I ride motorcycles, but I've never camped off one. Is this?
That's absolutely, if you've never camped, if you've never motorcycle camped, or even if you have camped but you haven't motorcycle camped, no matter where you fall in that spectrum, this book is going to take you from the very basics, the fundamentals, all the way through, and everything you need to know, no matter where you're starting from.
I haven't had a chance to read the whole thing yet, but I have found some very useful stuff. There is some help with knots.
Yeah, there's a few really useful knots. One in particular is the trucker's hitch that I use all the time. You should do a video on that soon, show people how to do that knot.
I'm going to need some practice, but I
Yeah.
definitely will. And it takes you through everything from, I love this section, knives.
Yep.
And kind of how you pick your campsite, different types of camping, hammock camping.
Yep.
What else?
Bivouac camping, tent camping, sleeping out under the stars. I pretty much cover it all. So anything that you're curious about with motorcycle camping, it should be in this book, hopefully.
In previous times I've met with you, you're in a tent, and the other night we were setting up camp and there was no tent.
Yeah.
He set up a hammock.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
I absolutely love sleeping in a hammock. It's so comfortable. It's easier to set up, in my opinion, but the one downside and the one reason I don't do it all the time is because I can't always find trees. So when I know I'm going somewhere where there's going to be trees, I would definitely opt for a hammock over a tent. That's just my personal preference, but I think on the next trip we go on, I'm going to be playing around a little more with the bivouac and trying that out.
It's kind of fun to switch it up, right?
It is, absolutely.
So on a side note of that, you do have a tent with you.
I do, because I knew that we were also heading south from Colorado into New Mexico, where there's going to be desert and a huge lack of trees. So, got to be prepared for anything.
So, more tips like that inside the book. So, is this the first book you have written?
It's not, actually. And my first book I've taken down, and I'm getting ready to revise that and put out a second edition. And that book was more of an autobiography, more of my story and how I got to be so obsessed with motorcycles and how they kind of saved my life, really.
So that one's not available.
Not available
right now?
currently, coming out very soon. Sorry.
Well, you just got a sneak peek at what's coming up.
Yes, that is the next one coming out. Will be the second edition of The Longest 30 Miles. Yep.
Perfect. So in the process, would you do this again?
I would. It was a ton of work, a lot of work, and a lot of moving parts to kind of bring together at the end, but it was so rewarding to get it all out there and take something that was in my head and create a physical product, a physical book that has all of my ideas and thoughts in it. Is just so rewarding in itself. So
It's really cool to have this. I've been doing this I met Tim a little over a year ago, and I just kind of got the bug. I've been hooked big time, and
understandably.
thank you for getting me hooked. But This is great because, I mean, I'm sure maybe even you, after years and years, still find that you can do something better.
Yeah.
And this is just a great guide.
You know, I've been motorcycle camping for years now, but last year I found myself in a situation that I didn't know how to handle. And it was a thunderstorm and it was right on top of me and I didn't know what to do and it really freaked me out. So I left that campsite and I did some research on it. So all of these things, like, I'm still learning, but I've put all of that information in there. So I've actually learned quite a bit just from writing this book and doing some of the research for it.
I love it. And just a quick overview. It's how to find a campsite, techniques for loading your gear, which I'm still learning, but it's awesome. Food storage and cooking, weather, dangerous plants and animals. That's a good one,
Especially
if
in
you're
North
starting
America.
out.
Yeah, North America's got a lot of animals you got to watch out for.
I mean, since we've got the author of this book and the person that got me addicted to motorcycle camping, really, here, you have 1 or 2 tips?
Yeah, so my biggest tip, I think, for anybody going motorcycle camping is just to always remember to have fun, because it can sometimes be challenging. You can get tired. You know, last night we were out here camping by this beautiful creek, but the mosquitoes were just absolutely epic. I mean, there were so many mosquitoes just flying in our ears and our face, and you just couldn't even do anything. But you just have to remember that it's all part of the adventure. It's not always going to be easy, but it should always be fun, especially in retrospect.
Definitely. This will be available
On Amazon. It's available by the time this video comes out.
Excellent. So go to Amazon.
Check his link in the description box down below.
The Fundamentals of Motorcycle Camping by Tim Collins. Thanks for watching. Highly recommend it. Spoiler alert, the last page has his gear list. So
Cool.
thanks for joining us.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys. It was great to be here.
All right. As always, stay safe and come join the adventure, baby. Also, check out, if you haven't, which I'm sure you have, but check out FTA Adventures.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Cody. And the sum of its parts are definitely greater than the individual pieces. I didn't say that right. Can you cut that out?
Yep.
Sorry. You put it in the bloopers or something.
Things happen when you're out on adventures. Like you go to take your SD card out and it shoots out into the wilderness.
Still looking for that.
Still looking for it.
Yeah, just the biggest thing I can say is have fun with it. A lot of times it can be a struggle. It can be, we're going to start that over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So since...
Sorry. You can kind of rearrange this and piece it
Yeah.
together.
Piece it together. That was a cut. Okay.